Buenas tardes, estudiantes. Este es un repaso para la unidad 5, etapa 1, para su examen que va a ser la próxima semana. Good afternoon, students. This is a review of Unit 5, Stage 1. Your test is next week. Es un repaso para su examen. Vamos a visitar su rutina diaria, qué es lo que hacen ustedes en las mañanas para arreglarse para la escuela, y los verbos reflexivos. We are going to look at your daily routine and what you do in the mornings to get ready for school, and reflexive verbs. Reflexive verbs. To describe people doing things for themselves, use reflexive verbs. Examples of reflexive verbs are brushing one's teeth or combing one's hair. Reflexive pronouns are used with reflexive verbs to indicate that the subject receives the action of the verb. And there's two ways to do this. The first way, brushing one's teeth, lavándome los dientes, combing one's hair, cepillándome el pelo. The pronoun is lumped in with the verb, lavándome, cepillándome. The second way to do this is I brush my teeth, me lavo los dientes, I comb my hair, me peino el pelo. In this instance, the pronoun is before the verb. Reflexive verbs. The subject is the same as the receiver of the action, which I already mentioned, but just to kind of refresh your memory, in English we have myself, itself, yourself, ourselves, themselves, himself, herself, and oneself. It's not commonly used in the English language, so it sounds a little bit weird when we try to use it in Spanish, but in Spanish it's very easy and it actually kind of condenses whatever it is that you have to say. Here I have arranged all the reflexive verbs into our verb conjugation chart that we use all the time. You should be very familiar with this. When I'm talking about yo, I, we say myself. I myself made this cake. When you're talking about you yourself should be proud. Himself, herself, itself, you're talking about somebody else. And then on the right-hand side, we have the plurals. All by ourselves, we solved the problem. And they went by themselves to the store. So as always, on the left-hand side, it's all the singular words, and on the right-hand side, it's all the plurals. And it matches a verb conjugation chart that we use in class all the time. Reflexive nouns. Here's just a little visual to kind of help remind you. We know that a reflection in a mirror is our image kind of coming back to ourselves. So following that, reflexive verbs reflect back to the person doing the action like a mirror. I have included a couple of examples of reflexive verbs. Lavar, which is to wash. Me lavo, I wash myself basically. Te lavas, you wash yourself. Se lava, him or her washing themselves. Nos lavamos, we wash ourselves. And se lavan, they wash themselves. Here's another example of a reflexive verb that you might use when you're getting ready in the morning. Cepillar, which means to brush. Me cepillo, I brush myself, basically. Te cepillas, se cepilla, nos cepillamos, and se cepillan. Me cepillo los dientes, I brush my teeth. Te cepillas tus dientes, you brush your teeth. Se cepilla los dientes, he brushes his teeth. Nos cepillamos los dientes, we brush our teeth. Se cepillan, they brush their teeth. The last reflexive verb that I'm conjugating for you, levantar, means to get up. Me levanto temprano, I get up early. Te levantas temprano, you get up early. Se levanta temprano, he or she gets up early. Nos levantamos temprano, we get up early. Se levantan temprano, they get up early. Reflective pronouns. Reflexive pronouns show that the direct object is the same as the doer. For example, Antonio bathes himself. Antonio se ducha. We're talking about Antonio bathing himself. In English, you have the pronoun at the end. In Spanish, you have it before the verb, before the action. Matthew sings to himself. Matthew se canta. Again, the pronoun goes before the verb in Spanish. Reflexive pronouns. Many verbs can be used with or without reflexive pronouns. When there is no reflexive pronoun, the person doing the action does not receive the action. Pepe washes himself. Pepe se lava. Se. By using the word se, we know that we're talking about Pepe doing something to himself. Pepe washes a car. He does not receive the action. So Pepe lava el carro, not reflexive. Reflexive pronouns include the concept of possession. Me, te, se, nos, se. Aquí vamos a repasar las partes del cuerpo para poder usar los verbos reflexivos. Here we're going to review the body parts so we can use them in addition to the reflexive verbs and pronouns. Head, cabeza. Me lavo la cabeza. I wash my head. Quiero lavarme la cabeza. I would like to wash my head. Feet, pies. Lávate los pies. Te lavas los pies. Lávate los pies means wash your feet. Te lavas los pies means do you wash your feet? And before we get any further, let me do a little disclaimer. The twins helped me pick out these graphics, and you can see as we go through the pages. They wanted to contribute, so that was their contribution. Hair, pelo. Qué bonito pelo. Te lo cepillas todo el día. You have very pretty hair, or what beautiful hair. Do you brush it all day long? The second sentence, cepíllate el pelo para irnos. Brush your hair so that we can go. Again, twins contributed to this. My girls like Frozen, Anna and Elsa, and my boys like Spider-Man, so that's how we pick these pictures. Hand, mano. Spider-Man is asking Elsa, me das tu mano? Spider-Man is asking for her hand, I guess in marriage or to save her. So me das tu mano, will you give me your hand? Leg, pierna, quiero que sus piernas se cansen. This is the coach talking to the athletes. Quiero que sus piernas se cansen. I want your legs to get tired. Las piernas se nos cansaron. This is like the athletes saying las piernas se nos cansaron. Our legs got tired. This is kind of a creepy picture, and these are the only sentences that I could come up with. Face is cara. Me borré la cara. I erased my face. Espero no borrarme la cara. I hope that I don't erase my face. Twins are very excited about Halloween, in case you can't tell. Body, cuerpo. Es posible admirarme más. Is it possible to admire myself anymore? La segunda oración, me admiro mi cuerpo. I admire my body. Nose, nariz. Se teme esa nariz. That nose is something you shouldn't be scared of. Favor de mover la nariz. Please move your nose. Mouth, boca. Nos pintamos la boca. We painted our mouth. Basically putting on makeup. Píntate la boca. Put lipstick on your mouth. But literally it translates to paint your mouth. Arm, brazo. Me fascina mi brazo. My arm fascinates me. Tócame el bíceps. Touch my bicep. My favorite slide. Fingers, dedos. Se abrazan los dedos. Y la segunda foto, second picture, a cantarse las mañanitas. They are singing themselves. Las mañanitas is like the happy birthday song. Now it's your turn. Take some notes, write 10 sentences on your own describing your daily morning routine. Submit it into Google Slides, and this is due by Friday.